Everyone's Jay from Lords of War. Another little hobby video. Today I figured I'd do a little video of me working on my entry for Sword and Brush, which is, as I realized, only 2 weeks away, basically. Like 15 days or something, which is way too soon. Right now I'm working on the sword, this cool piece. Hopefully the phone can keep focusing on it. I was gonna do I had the sword mapped out a certain way, and I basically completely changed it. I've gone with a kind of a different scheme than I was starting with, but that's the process. Just applying a bit of color. Actually, my inspiration for this model basically came from I was watching one of my favorite artists. Probably heard of him. His name's Angel Heraldez. He paints all the or he came up with the style and scheme, I guess, that you see on all the Corvus Belli Infinity models. He paints a bit of he has a studio now. He paints basically everything. But he has a very that's funny. He first came to fame for his he airbrushed a lot of stuff, and now he still airbrushes stuff, but a lot of his work is hand brushed. And I like the look, because his whole thing is not really about perfect smoothness or whatever. It's just kind of it's got a little bit more of a sketch style, I would say, and that resonates with me a little bit more. So here I'm applying kind of an ivory color really slowly. It's very tedious, and I'm using a bit of contrast Briar Queen Chill, and this kind of gray blue color. It's also being glazed in a bit. I added a little bit of color. His little non-metal tutorial was very built around just a simple grayscale, just to get people comfortable, and I thought it looked cool anyway, so I was like, yeah, we'll do that. I think this model will really come alive when I get to actually painting the head, the face, and some of the colors, because right now I'm staring at a lot of various grays, so sometimes it doesn't look doesn't pop quite as much as you think, or it looks a little too samesies everywhere. So anyway, the sword in reality is not quite as blown out as it looks on the phone here, but not much I can do there. So yeah, I hope people are chipping away some projects. Remember, we're always here to give advice and help. The brush, in case you're curious what I'm using, is a Green Stuff World Gold Series brush, which is I would say the gold and the silver series. They're which are Klinsky brushes, are quietly some of the best brushes. They're not expensive, and they hold their shape nicely, hold paint nicely, durable. It's really nice. So always recommend them to people. Kind of perform what you expect a more expensive brush would perform but for half the price. So I think this brush in my hand is $14 or something like that. So definitely recommend it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Just a little, what are you working on? How's progress? It's kind of a way to talk about where I'm at and see where people are at. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you at the show. And yeah, have a good weekend.